What's up, guys? This Wednesday, March 30th, Greg and I are hosting Uncovered Final Fantasy 15. It's a live event at 7 p.m. Pacific that's going to reveal the release date of the game, finally, along with a whole bunch of cool stuff. It's all going to be streamed, so make sure you come support us live for all the news, excitement, and shenanigans. Greg,
yeah.
Topic 3, we're doing something a little bit different
That's
today.
right. I'm a very big fan of LEGO Dimensions. I don't know if I've told you about this.
A couple times. There's
All
a
right,
lot of Let's Plays.
I was super excited. There are a lot of Let's Plays here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. So Wave 4 just came out. Wave 5 is in May, but that's all we know.
Okay.
So I wanted to grab somebody over there at TT Games, hug them tight, thank them for making the game, and then ask them what the fuck comes next. And so when I said that, a whole bunch of people turned me down, but Mark Warburton, he accepted the challenge to come in, talk about what's happening, what the hell's going on, and where's Harry Potter.
Your close personal friend, Mark.
My close personal friend, Mark. We follow each other on Twitter. I think we met once at Comic-Con during the Doctor Who event.
You think?
Yeah,
Let's see.
I mean, a lot of people.
Let's see
Andrea.
the interview. Roll the clip, Kevin.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the one and only Mark Warburton. Hi, Mark.
Hello, how are you, my good man?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's the end of our day here, so I'm looking forward to just putting my feet up and trying to relax for the rest of the evening.
Understandable. It's an understandable move. You should do that. But first, I have to give you the whole rundown of LEGO Dimensions. I don't know if you're aware. I'm a big LEGO Dimension fan. Are you aware of this?
Yes, I've seen quite a few of your tweets that have gone on. It's been great to see, actually. It's been really nice to have such a big fan in our corner, so thank you very much for that.
Yes, congratulations. Good job on the game. It's been a huge pain in my ass for my wallet, so I want to yell at you for that to start with. But I'm still mystified. Not mystified, I guess, because I get it, but it's so surprising that it caught me, that I got the bug for LEGO Dimensions, because really I'd never given Toys to Life any kind of credence. I played Disney Infinity here, saw this with Skylanders. I respected what they were doing, but I knew they weren't for me. And when you guys announced LEGO Dimensions and then hinted at Ghostbusters and Superman, that's when I was like, well, I'm going to buy these things, but I'm sure it's going to be a kid game and da-da-da. But then I sat down and played it, and at demos, and then you had you guys over, and then when I got the final version, there's so much fan service in this game. Thank you so much for making it.
No, it was our pleasure. I mean, that's the key. It was always going to be a game about fan service. I mean, we're fans. That's the key to everything we do. We love these properties. We love Ghostbusters and Superman, and we grew up with them. Like Doctor Who, I grew up watching Doctor Who, so to actually get to make a game about it, play around in that world is an incredible honor. And it was just so much fun. I mean, you say you work on a game. Well, this didn't actually feel like work at all. It was fun from day one until we put it on the shelves, and it continues to be fun for us to work on.
And that's what I want to talk a bit about because I've talked about the game, people have seen the Let's Plays, all that different stuff. For me, with LEGO Dimensions and having you in this opportunity, thank you so much for your time. What is it doing for you guys? I'm not looking for sales numbers, but I mean, is it exceeding what you expected it to do? Because it was coming up on it. There was already that conversation of like, well, there's already so many things vying for the Toys to Life market. Can this one survive? And it seems like it's done well when I see NPD or I see numbers.
It's unbelievably thrilled. Oh, I can't even get my words out.
You're so happy about it.
We were so happy, but I mean, I think for me, as soon as we released and my Twitter started getting really, blown up, I think is the term,
yes,
with kids building their own gateways and sending me photos of it, and it's like, this is something else. This is something a little bit different from what we're used to. And then you start interacting a little bit more, and more people start talking about it to you. It was just great. It's been a continuous exceeding of expectations for us, and we're so happy that we've got to go on this journey and continue with it.
So with what's happened, and I guess it finding an audience, it doing all these different things, has it changed the course of TT Games? Because I always thought about it when it was coming up that if LEGO Dimensions hits, it's not the death of, but it becomes this conversation internally of like, well, are we going to still make, there's this property we have. Do we want to make a traditional LEGO game for it, or do we want to put it into LEGO Dimensions? Is that me being newbie and not understanding the business? Is there really conversations like that happen?
No, I mean, I think you're right to ask that question. But really, it's not really something that we discussed as such. Our business has always been those core titles. I mean, we've got Star Wars The Force Awakens coming out this year, which they dropped a trailer for today, and it looks great. And those are things we'll always continue to do. We did Avengers earlier on in the year. which was another Arthur Parsons game, which was really pleased of. I loved it to bits. So it's great that we can try something new, and we're in that position where we can try something new. Lego Dimensions, it was a new thing for us. Technology, toys to life, completely different brands across the road. We had the opportunity to do that, and we can continue doing the games that we've always done, people love. At the same time, it's a really good position that we've put ourselves in.
So going forward, so now that Star Wars, you're doing this, you're back with Star Wars, which is crazy. I never thought I'd see that happen. When you guys announced that, I was like, I did not see that one coming. Is it one of those that then, as one of the Lego Dimensions guys, do you then look at that and then start trying to figure out if you want to do a world for them, a dimension for them, some kind of level pack or whatever?
I was just so excited when they showed that off. I mean, I am a fanboy first and foremost. I mean, that's kind of, I love games, and I was a big fan of TT before I even joined the company. So when these games start being developed, I really try and stay away from the ones I'm not working on. Yeah. I just know, like when Arthur was doing Avengers, I could see it in the corner of the room. So I just no, turn it off. I don't want to. I want to see it when it's finished, and I can sit down and enjoy it and playing. It's the same with Star Wars. I can see them developing it, and it's just like, that looks great. Don't show it to me. I want to be a fan. I want to enjoy it like everybody else. And it's a good place to be in, because there's so many creative people in that place, and we do have different games on the go, and it's really rewarding because people can look at different ways to do the games and different ideas, and we've got different game directors who all have their own strengths. It's a real symbiotic relationship that we've got going on. It's a lot of fun.
You're dodging questions, Mark. What is next for Lego Dimensions? That's what I'm asking. I want to know how what happens with these level packs. You just put out Wave 4. All we know after this is Wave 5 with Slimer. What happens next, God damn it?
Well, let's see. Lord Vortex goes on a holiday. I think I might join him. No, you know what? Obviously, we've said from the off, we don't want this to be a one-shot thing. We don't intend Lego Dimensions to, just fade away. I hope not anyway, because my job rides on it. We really want this to be, we built a system, in effect. We want something that is under your TV and stays there for a long, long time, and we can keep adding on and putting more content on whenever we want and whenever we see fit. That's why we've got the upgrade, we got the download system, we did everything we could so we can continue to add to the experience as much as we possibly want to and can. And that's certainly something that people will see in the coming months.
And that's what I liked a lot about it when you guys came out, when you were talking about Lego Dimensions. What you kept saying is that, the portal's good for, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you said 3 years, right? Like, you're not going to nickel and dime everybody. There's not, if there is another Lego Dimensions disc-based game somewhere on the line, who would expect it? That you would still have the right portal for it. You wouldn't need to get something else. So clearly you guys are invested in the future.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it was always about trying to develop the technology that lived up to that vision in a way. We tried as best we can. I think we succeeded in making everything that we needed in that hardware to last us for a long, long time. That was very important. We accept that it was a high asking point to get into Lego Dimensions. It was, but you got a lot of content in there, and we want you to see that as we progress over the next 2-3 years, that it just continues to add and add and add, and it becomes this massive experience.
So how do you get any work done over there? Because I imagine right now, you're as Wave 5 is coming up. May it's coming out. Wave 4 just came out. As you look towards, you got to start thinking about, what's next for you guys? And then I imagine it's got to be a million ideas from movie, TV, books, games. You're just sitting there and is it literally anything? Do you come up with, I know you can't talk about going forward, but let's look backwards, right? In terms of what you've done when you have Simpsons and you have Wizard of Oz, and granted, I think, the superheroes are a bit easier because of relationship and everything else. But looking back with those, even maybe from the planning purpose, was it simply, we want to go do this, we want to get this property, and then you guys then talk to a lawyer who then went and talked to their, I don't understand how you go and get these Doctor Who properties and bring them in.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, it doesn't feel real still when you think of who we've actually got. The Doctor Who one was a huge thing for me personally as well. I think, personally, when we talk to them, we've got 11 years worth of games behind us now. It's 11 years since the original Lego Star Wars came out. And
God, I feel old.
Yeah, tell me about it. Although I seem to be aging faster than some of the people who actually worked on that game, which is But yeah, so people know what we're about. They know we can take these properties and these brands and make it into something that's fun and pays respect to what it is. You know, we're not going to take the mick. We're not going to make Batman do something he would never in a million years do in a comic book or something like that. It'll be funny, it will be cheeky, but it pays respect to the brand. So when we go into these meetings with someone we've never worked before, the likes of Fox or Sony or someone like that, we can say, look, this is what we're about. These are the games we make, and these are the games we want you to be a part of. Do you want to come on this ride with us? And we was very, very lucky with the Dimensions that everyone just seemed to say, yeah, sign us up.
Yeah, I think, it speaks to your track record, right? That I think everyone knows Lego games. Even if they haven't played them, they know about them in some respect. That they're well respected, they've been around forever, and people enjoy them. So yeah, why not get on board and why not get behind this?
That's what we hope, and it seems to have paid dividends for us. I mean, as you say, everyone's heard of the Lego games. Everyone's heard of Lego. Everyone's stepped on it in the middle of the night and cursed it. I have. But it's great. It's just anything. You can make anything out of Lego, and it just becomes something fun and unique. And that's what's great about it. And we can take things like Simpsons or Back to the Future, which you'd never see together in the same game. As soon as it's in Lego form, it just works and makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is your community. Like, when you guys went out in this, did you expect there to be a community that rose up around it? Because, I've been on the Toys for Games podcast. They were already going. I didn't even think about the subsection of Toys to Life games and how they'd be there, let alone then taking your Lego fans, adding them to it, and seeing how they all go. It seems like there's a vibrant Dimensions community that does tweet you photos of their builds and does, put up Let's Plays and does all this stuff. Were you aware you were getting in that, or is that just the natural progression of what the Lego community already was and I just was ignorant to?
Yeah, we already had quite a strong community, which was great. I mean, there's a few people who tweet us religiously about all things Lego, but then Dimensions seemed to take it to another level, and it was just insane. I mean, that's the only way you can really describe it. You just daily bombarded with messages, and it was great. It's so much fun and rewarding to see people, and I think it was always nice when parents would get in touch to say, our kids have played the game, our kids have enjoyed the game. That's great, and it's always nice to get involved with the community as much as you can, because that's who we make the games for.
And for me, I think what I want to talk to you about is hire a hero mode. Was that something you guys had planned for, or was it based on the reaction when people got their hands in the game? Because of course, if you're watching this, you don't know hire hero. You run into things you can beat Lego Dimensions with the starter pack. You can get the platinum with the starter pack, but you do run into things in the game world that are like, well, if you wanted 100% the game, the in-game world, you need the Wicked Witch here to get into this thing, and if you don't have her, you can't use it. Until it seemed like you guys responded and put that in there. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, so I mean, we had considered it during development. We considered something along those lines, and it had been sort of paper written down, and then the community spoke. They sort of said what they liked about the game, didn't like, so we reacted accordingly. There's no point in working on something we intend, as we said before, for many, many years, if people are really saying they're unhappy with something. We go in, we try and change it, and that's why we built it as a system, so we can change it, we can make alterations and make people as happy as they can be.
Is that like the benefit, you think, to building a platform rather than a game this time around?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. We can constantly look at it and see exactly what's going on. We can see what people are saying about it, if they're having problems or they're getting stuck. I mean, games, people still hit issues, and we've got to address that. We've got to really make it the most seamless experience it possibly can be. So building it in this way, we can continue to support it and really make it something very worthwhile and very special.
Now, I'm dropping my interviewer title and putting on my fan hat. Would you like a way to drive a whole bunch of people back into the game and get them really excited about the game again?
Always, yes.
All right,
yes.
Here's what you do. Yeah. I don't know if you got time. I don't know if you have enough time for Wave 5, but whatever Wave 6 is, whatever Lego Dimensions 2 is, whatever the hell you're working on that you won't talk about because you're a jerk. What you do when you do that is you put out, how you have all the DLC trophies and achievements you add in there.
Yes. Add
in a ton of them for every one of the worlds. Give me a reason to go back into the different dimension hubs and do all the stuff. Because for me, like I platinum Lego Avengers and I platinum obviously all the Lego Batman games I could. when I go in there, I get excited that I'm about to do like a 30-hour experience of going through and having to get every gold brick and having to do every race and having to do that. And for me with Dimensions, Platinum Dimensions, and then I felt, and granted, this is just video games being broken for me because of trophies. I, felt like I didn't have that reason to go into the DC Comics world and do everything other than being a fan. So, I tinkered around, but I never got lost in it. And I'm just saying, you go in there, you toss in a gold trophy on every one of these worlds for doing 100%. You got people in there playing for hours, tweeting you more photos. It's an easy win, except for all the money you waste putting trophies back into the game.
Well, so now comes the technical issue. So we have actually got achievements in all the level packs.
Oh yeah, no, I know that there's trophies in the level packs. So yes.
But you're limited to the amount of gamer score you can do per year on the consoles. So we have to find a way to distribute that over the life cycle of the project rather than individually. So that's why we have the number we do.
That makes sense.
Believe me, there was like a huge list of achievements originally, and it's just technical limitations of the systems. It's great, if we could get around it, absolutely would. And I think I'm an achievement hunter as well. I love doing it. I was playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog on my PS3 just before this call, just to try and get that last trophy.
That's true.
But it's one of those things. Microsoft, Sony, if you can increase the limits, then we'll absolutely do it.
All right, I'll hit up Shuhei Yoshida. I can get you on Sony.
Yes, please do. And tell him to get that PS Vita back going as well.
No, the Vita is alive and well, sir. I'll have you know. Thanks to games like Lego Avengers, finally having a hub world, and you get to go around to do all the free roaming stuff. Solid Sanctuary is eventually coming. Axiom Verge is coming.
I adore the Vita. I absolutely did. I got it day one, and it goes with me absolutely everywhere. And the redesign that they've done on the Slim version is just even better. So yeah, I really hope Sony continue with that for the long haul. I love it.
I always knew,
especially now PS Now is on it.
Yes. Yeah. No, the Vita, it's gonna be this for the rest of its life, but that's enough for me. I get some trophies. I get to play some cool indie games. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
So, Mark, when do we hear from you guys? Are you going to wait till Wave 5 is out and done, and then months later talk about what's next or what you're going to do? Or like, how much long do I have to wait till E3? Like, and I know you can't tell me the right date, but tell me when something's coming. Where's Harry Potter? Thank you.
Harry Potter. Wow. Did you play the original 2 games?
Hell yeah. Yes, I loved them. I reviewed them.
Yeah, that was my first game at TT, the first Harry Potter.
Oh, very well. I assume you did everything on it, so good job.
No. That was an Arthur game through and through.
Arthur Parsons, always trying to get all the credit.
Well, he deserves it. It's very well earned.
He's awesome.
He's a great guy. Yeah, I mean, who knows when we're going to talk about it? Obviously we'll be at E3 for one thing or another, so maybe then, maybe not. I couldn't possibly comment.
I hate you. I dislike that because
I know. Sorry.
It's got to be coming. You guys did such a good job of, getting, we're talking about things that are coming in May, which awkwardly is right before E3, and I'm sure it was part of your plan. So you get to go there, and you get to announce LEGO Dimensions 2, and hear all things. Or you don't announce LEGO Dimensions 2, and you just announce a bunch of level packs and team packs and stuff, and that's cool too. But I just want to know when it's coming, so I can get more excited. And this is back to the community thing, that you've built a fan base like this. I'm going over to the brickinquirer.com. I'm looking to see what leaks they got. Like, this is what you've reduced me to this, Mark.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is, people know they don't tell me these things because I have the worst reputation for just talking. I'm such a fanboy that I'll just talk to anyone about anything at any time. And I think people have learned that lesson now, so they don't tell me anything until I absolutely have to know. Okay, well then let's do this then. You know nothing. Good. That's what I like that. People tell me that daily anyway, so,
There's people on the street. They're just your barista. Yeah.
You know nothing. Yeah, it's just, okay.
Thanks. Sorry, I'll get out of the road. Yeah. Doctor Who was a dream for you. What are other dreams you'd love to see put into Lego? It
was the two, because I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and I'm a huge Superman fan.
Yeah.
So messing with him in any way, shape, or form was just a dream come true. One of the privilege I had when I started on the project, it was actually my first time over in LA. So I went to the DC offices and met them, and I was just a quivering wreck.
Yeah,
it was. They were showing me around the offices and all these comic books and stuff that I grew up with. The fan, I was just like, this is nuts. It's like, right, stop. Try and be professional. You're here to do a job. Oh my God, it's Superman versus Muhammad Ali issue. fail all across.
Yeah. You can't pull it together sometimes.
Yeah, it was great. And then other things start coming through, like Bob Gale was at E3, talking about Back to the Future with us. I just thought, this is insane. And then we do a sound record the week later with Gary Oldman.
Wow.
And it's just what is going on here? And I think my highlight personally was we got J.K. Simmons to do the Portal stuff the day after he won his Oscar.
Wow.
It's just that's crazy. That really is. I do say though, I still have a problem with Arthur getting Kevin Smith for like a Batman 3 because I'm a big Kevin Smith fan.
Sure, us too.
And I would have loved to have got him for Dimensions, but Arthur went and swiped him instead.
You can still get him. You can do it'll be very aged up for your demographic, but you could do the View Askew universe.
I would love to.
Right?
That would be awesome. Bluntman and Chronic in Lego Dimensions. It'd be so good.
A lot of adults are playing this. It's an expensive game, Like I see it all the time. All my friends, all the best friends out there from Kind of Funny, they tweet me. I know I got Trevor Starkey on this, and he's got units and units built up.
It's weird because so we do get a lot of messages from adults saying put this into the game. It's like that's not really our demographic. That might be a little bit different. Thank you for the suggestion, but no, we'll stick with someone else. But yeah, I'd love to do anything with Kevin Smith, to be honest with you, and it's great. I mean, the Dimensions just you can't help but tripping over amazing properties, and that's the cool thing. I mean, Fox Simpsons, it's the Simpsons. It's the culture of everybody, and we got to play around with it. It was brilliant.
All right, so then I got two for you that you need to chase.
Okay.
Number one, my honorable mention, but I'm sure it's in the bag, is Harry Potter. But I'm sure you're already working on that. You already do these Harry Potter games. You know the universe. You got the assets. You just copy and paste. There you go. You made a game. But the two
don't forget that's older consoles.
Yeah, I know. You up-res them. It's easy. You put more shine on them, more pixels in there. It's simple.
Now you sound like a producer, and that's usually what I say when I go and ask the art people, and then they throw something at me. So
just tighten up the graphics on level 3. It's simple.
Do this? Can't you do that? No, that takes a week's work. Well, no.
So the two what I loved, I think the level pack that was awesome, doesn't get enough love, is Lego or Portal 2, the Portal Dimension. The Portal Dimension was awesome, and I was a big fan of it, and I'd love to see more crossover content with you and other video games. That's why, and I'm going to take credit for it when it one day eventually has to happen. I demand Uncharted. Neil Druckmann was tweeting about Dimensions, and I connected him with you guys, and I've never talked to anyone about it. I assume Lego Uncharted is happening because of Greg Miller. Make it happen. Thank you, Kevin.
I saw that tweet, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was just like, I kept thinking, should I tweet him back and say, only if you give me a copy of Uncharted 4? No, but those are all discussions with the lawyers going. That'd be great. And I think the cool thing about Portal was, Valve are the masters of video games. There's no other way you can describe them. They know storytelling a video game, and everything they touch is just good. That's all it is. And then for them to say, yeah, okay, you can take our property and put it into yours and do what you want to do with it, was just like, is this actually happening? Is this real? When's the other shoe going to drop? And it was great because we got to get all the characters back that they'd use in the Portal games, and get them to do new lines, UVO, and what an amazing experience. And if something else comes up with other game franchises, then yeah, it'd be great.
In my second, don't try to get out of this yet because I'm pinning you down. This one I've done no work on, but I think would work really well for you, is The Witcher. The Witcher's got a huge fan base. It's a huge world. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. Just copy those assets over, make a little Geralt and a Triss, and the other one. There you go. You got a game.
We did just talk about adult content in video games.
But you don't have to. Okay, sure. There's adult content in Portal. You know what I mean? They talk and they make references and jokes. You don't have to put the Witcher sex in there. You don't have to have any of that.
What? So we don't collect Lego cards? Let's leave that one way alone. The Witcher's brilliant. I love The Witcher, and I think my boss has actually been amazing as well. They did a terrific job with that as well. I think the thing with Dimensions is, you're saying it now, we can go anywhere. We literally can go anywhere, and it just sort of makes sense because of the story we've done. So I don't know. Who knows what comes next?
All right, Mark. You're a real piece of garbage, giving me no solid leads here. But thank you so much for talking to us today.
I'll try my best, and hopefully if we run into each other at E3, I can give you a few more secrets.
There you go. Yeah, whisper it all in my ear. I was the first person to ever have Superman, remember? I had
Yes, you was. Yeah, that was
months and months early.
Oh, that's what happens when you're such a fan.
Well, thank you. And it's easy to be a fan of you guys. You do so much great work. So thank you for everything you're doing, and tell the whole team they've been great.
Thank you very much. Keep on going with the podcast as well. We all listen to them religiously. So Kind of Funny's a staple of the office. So please continue with that as well.
Will do, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Greg,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Thank you.
So Harry Potter,
No, it's gonna happen, guaranteed.
My brother's not quite juiced about that.
He's not?
Well, not that it's not happening now.
There's no way it's not happening, because I mentioned in the interview brickinquirer.com, of course, my go-to source for Lego Dimension news, right?
He's an addict.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a fan site all about Lego Dimensions. So you better goddamn believe I'm all over it. What up, Brick Inquirer? And they had the leaked list with but it was all like code words, like abbreviations, and there was an HP in there.
Oh.
And again, they've made the Harry Potter games. It's a Warner Brothers franchise. That's easy. That's gold. They're gonna do that. And then, like I said, when Uncharted happens, everybody, that's because of me. I hooked Neil up with TT Games. It's because of me. Thank you.
Inquirer
Brickinquirer.com
is a website.
Yes.
Do you know what that website was built in?
No? Maybe
I hope
Squarespace?
It was Squarespace, because this topic is brought to you by Squarespace. Building a website can be tough. And even if you do know your way around coding, creating something that looks good and works well is a time-consuming affair. Whether it's for a business site, a portfolio, a restaurant, or whatever else, in this day and age, you probably need one anyway. Lucky for us. Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat. Squarespace provides simple, powerful, and beautiful websites that look professionally designed regardless of skill level, no coding required. Not only does Squarespace provide you with intuitive and easy-to-use tools to create your website with, they also have state-of-the-art technology powering your site to ensure security and stability. And you know you can trust in Squarespace when millions of brands have used them, including our original site, kindoffunny.com.
Word.
Seriously, you can't beat the ease and simplicity of Squarespace. They give you 24/7 online support and a beautiful website. So what are you waiting for? Start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today. You can make a fan site for whatever you want, and Greg will follow it because he's what?
That's not true. I won't follow every
Anything.
fan. If you make a Lego Dimensions site,
Game Over Greggy, your fan site that you made on Squarespace. I'm using promo code Kind of Funny to get 10% off your first purchase and show support for Kind of Funny games. We thank Squarespace for the support.
I'm on brickinquirer.com.
Build it beautiful.
I'm on here. Jason Greer runs it here. Here, I'll go back to the front page. It looks like it could be a Squarespace site because it's beautiful.
It looks like it was built beautiful.
It does look like it was built beautifully.
Good.
It's got a blog roll.
What was the other
It's
tagline?
optimized very nicely for mobile.
You should.
The security on it seems airtight. All right.